Hello and welcome back to my channel. We are still on the road and trying to make you the best in being as close as sounding as a native speaker. Welcome back to Fluent in English with Corey. Now, today we will be discussing the power of pronunciation. By that, we simply mean that by pronouncing a word correctly or incorrectly, you can make or break a conversation. You can even offend some people. Why? Because you can be misunderstood, or you can cause a bit of confusion, or you can even step on people's toes cultural wise, because certain things that are said in certain ways can be found offensive. Now, let's get into the importance of pronouncing words correctly in English, that is, to making you sound the best and close to being a native speaker of the language. The first point that we are going to get into is clear communication. It ensures that your message is well received and not misunderstood. By that, you are easily flowing in your conversations, in your dialogues, and you are received well simply because you are being understood, or what you are saying is being understood. Secondly, when you know how to speak, you become a bit more confident. And when you are confident, you become more effective in your ways of communication. You communicate a bit better, or you like to engage with other people a bit better. Like we said in our previous episode, building a community is important. Practicing how you speak is important, because we are trying to sound like a native speaker of the language. Now, the confidence part helps you in what? Being more able to speak more. And when you speak more, it means you are practicing. And when you practice, obviously, you will get better at it. Now, moving on to professionalism. There are certain spaces that when you are able to articulate well, you are taken a bit more seriously, and you are seen as a person that knows more about what they are talking about. That is where the power of pronouncing well comes in. We have interviews, we have presentation at work that we sometimes need to do. Pronouncing well makes whatever that you say being taken well by the listeners, by investors, or whomever that is listening. They build interest based on how you are putting things together, based on how you are pronouncing your words. Now, that is the power of pronouncing well. It is important because it is a global form of communication. English is known as the global language that is used. So how you pronounce is very important, and it helps sell whatever that you are saying. Proper pronunciation fosters an interaction, fosters a rapport. What do I mean by that? I simply mean when you take the time out to say things properly, how they need to be said, you are able now to build a network. You are able now to interact with your audience a bit better. And it also shows the respect you have for the language itself and for the people. How? Because when you take the time out to do your proper research in terms of what words fit into whatever that you are saying, how are you able to now pronounce those words and pronounce them correctly? It shows that you took the time because you respected the language, you gave the language the respect it deserves, and also you respected your audience enough to prepare yourself to be able to communicate clearly, to communicate correctly. By correctly, we mean pronouncing the words with the correct or in their correct manner. When you do that, it shows the respect for the language and for the audience, and thus your people are able to now engage with you a bit better because you are well understood. They hear you a bit better, they understand you a bit better because your pronunciation is clear. Avoiding mispronunciation is a very important key. When things are not pronounced in the correct manner, it is easy for them to fall in the wrong category, making everything that you are saying misunderstood simply because it was not pronounced well. And it does, and it could lead to embarrassing moments in instances of a place being sensitive or it is a formal setting, because one wrong mistake in the pronunciation takes that context of that conversation and places it elsewhere. Now we will make example of minimal pairs. Minimal pairs can differ with either one vowel or one consonant. This is where most people are not clear enough when pronouncing these words, thus leading to misunderstanding or confusion altogether. So it is very important that when you say these words, you are very clear in your pronunciation to avoid what we were talking about. Okay, now example number 1, bit and beat. You bit something, you bit something, and then a bit of something. That is the difference between the two words, and they differ in terms of their consonants and or vowels when writing them. You have sip and you have zip. Sip, you are taking a sip of something. A zip, it can be a zip of a trouser, a zip code, but a zip with a Z and a sip with an S. Another word is bag and beg. A bag, you are carrying a bag and you are begging for something. He is a beggar, you are begging, you beg, you ask in other terms. And you have fan and van. It is simple to be misunderstood when saying these words. A fan that blows cold air, and a van, a minivan, a van in terms of vehicle. You have mat that you use to wipe your shoes, and you have map that shows or outlines certain countries and continents. You also have ship and sheep. A ship, the ship has sailed, and you have ship in terms of animal, that is a ship. So yeah, those are the examples that we have for today. Please make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that whenever that you leave a comment, tell me what you'd like us to discuss next, or in the next video, or in the next episode. I'll be glad to make a video with some of your recommendations. Thank you so much for watching today's channel. Make sure that you catch the next video that we shall do, and please make sure that you catch up on some of the videos that we've already put out, just so you catch up on what we spoke about, where we are on, so that we are all in one pace, one page. Thank you so much. Catch you on the next one.